So let me just share with you Underground. Many people have never read it and won't, but it's a spectacular walk into this person, this mind, this narrative. So here's the opening of Underground Man. I am a sick man. I am a spiteful man. I am an unattractive man. I believe my liver is diseased. However, I know nothing at all about my disease and do not know for certain what ails me. I don't consult a doctor for it and never have, though I have a respect for medicine and doctors. Besides, I am extremely superstitious, sufficiently so to respect medicine anyway. I'm well educated enough not to be superstitious, but I am superstitious. No, I refuse to consult a doctor from spite that you probably will not understand. Well, I understand it, though, of course, I can't explain who it is precisely that I'm mortifying in this case by my spite. I'm perfectly well aware that I cannot pay out the doctors by not consulting them. Pretty funny. We'll pay that doctor back. We just won't go consult him. I know better than anyone that by all this I'm only injuring myself and no one else, but still, if I don't consult a doctor, it's from spite. My liver's bad. Well, let it get worse. I have been going on like that for a long time, 20 years. Now I'm 40. I used to be in the government service, but I'm no longer. I was a spiteful official. I was rude and took pleasure in being so. I did not take bribes, you see, so I was bound to get some kind of recompense. Poor jest, but I will not scratch it out. I wrote it thinking it would sound very witty, but now that I have seen myself that I only wanted to show off in a despicable way, I will not scratch it out on purpose. He's sharing the writing of this with you. He's writing to you and then sharing the discussion about whether he should leave that or scratch it out, which is already 20th century psychology in him. When petitioners used to come for information to my table at which I sat, I used to grind my teeth at them and felt intense enjoyment when I succeeded in making anybody unhappy. This makes me think of the DMV, huh? How many people at the desk have this ability to just show you how much they hate you? Grinding their teeth maybe, or tapping on them, whatever. For the most part, they were all timid people. Of course, they were petitioners. But the uppish ones, there was one officer in particular I could not endure. He simply would not be humble and clanked his sword in a disgusting way. I carried on a feud with him for 18 months over that sword. Now, don't you love this? The guy's standing at the desk and he's clanking his sword as a way of saying to this clerk, I have power. I'm an important person. At last I got the better of him. He left off clanking it. That happened in my youth, though. But do you know, gentlemen, what was the chief point about my spite? Oh, why? The whole point, the real sting of it lay in the fact that continually, even in the moment of the acutest spleen, I was inwardly conscious with shame that I was not only not spiteful, but not even an embittered man. That I was simply scaring sparrows at random, amusing myself by it. I might foam at the mouth, but bring me a doll to play with, give me a cup of tea with sugar in it, and maybe I should be appeased. I might even be genuinely touched, though probably I should grind my teeth at myself afterward and lie awake at night with shame for months afterwards. That was he. He's not spiteful. He's not mean and spiteful. He's trying to be, but he can't be because he's too nice. I might even genuinely be touched. That was my way. I was lying when I said just now, here he goes with you again, see, when I just said that I was the spiteful official. I was lying from spite. I was simply amusing myself with the petitioners and with the officer. And in reality, I never could become spiteful. I was conscious every moment in myself of many, very many elements absolutely opposite to that. I felt them positively swarming in me, these opposite elements. I knew that they had been swarming in me all my life and craving some outlet from me, but I would not let them, purposely would not let them out. Now, here's the 20th century consciousness. This is Kafka or Joyce or Woolf, where you have these books give you this insight into the consciousness of the person that is unresolved and doesn't know what they think. They don't know what they believe. They don't know who they are, and that's what the novelist can show you. And so it goes, and so it goes. It is wonderful. I can tell you when I first was handed this at UCLA, I was like 19, and I thought, This is the most incredible thing I've ever read. And I still think it's one of the most incredible things I've ever read, in the middle of all that other that I just told you about. All those realistic novelists who are writing pure realism. Along comes this crazy, crazy prophet out of the middle of everything.